Welcome everyone to iAwake's WeAwake. And we were together this summer in southern Utah. We had a gathering of the iAwake team. And when we meditated in the morning together, it was very powerful. We were in our meditation room, we were using the same tracks. So from there, the inspiration came that we should do this on a weekly basis, and we should make it open to anyone who wants to participate. So here we are, WeAwake. We're going to meditate together. We're going to use our dear friend from Berlin, Nadia's Theta Joy, the first track, and that's very powerful. And training the brain to theta, which is a really good brainwave for deep meditative experiences, but also processing deep soul level egoic stuff too, and the place to tap into uh, inspiration and guidance for your life and for whatever you find yourself doing. Now, there's, talking, well, why do we meditate? Well, there's a whole bunch of reasons to meditate. And, but I'll just talk about one right now. So one of the things we want to do in this meditation is become aware of awareness itself. See if you can become aware of being the living space that everything emerges in, and not just the thought forms which come. Okay. So keep, note the thoughts, look at them, hey, thought, whatever, and let it pass and let it come. And eventually that process begins to slow down a bit and you become aware of awareness. Now, the interesting thing is for this particular meditation, the same awareness that I can become aware of in my meditation is also the same meditation awareness that you can become awareness. There's only one awareness. And that's one of the ultimate realizations of meditation, that we truly are experientially one. So see if we can get through the thought process, and I become Heidi's awareness, and Heidi will become my awareness, and you'll become my awareness, and all you need is love, as the Beatles said, basically. And this is how to do it. So shall we get rolling? And I'll say a few words after the meditation, see what emerges from that experience. So aware of awareness. Your awareness is my awareness, and my awareness is our awareness. Let's go. Okay. So, so we did it. Our first meditation, the WeAwake platform across the planet, across time. And welcome to everyone who's meditating with us now or who will meditate with us later as a recording. So, again, the the reason that we meditate uh, is to wake up. Hence, I awake, we awake. And what are we awakening to? What are we waking up to? Who and what we truly are at the deepest levels. And that moves beyond our identity and time. You know, the person who's born and lives and dies, and beyond our personality, beyond our individual vehicle, while at the same time it really affirms that, because the only way to really know your individuality is to understand and experience your unity with all things. And that's the place that we can move from in a good and compassionate way, so that we participate in the universe waking up, because we are the universe waking up. And one of the great questions is the universe already awake? And is this just this random thing that kind of happened? Um, I would say the evidence of my experience would say no, uh, that there is a direction, that there is a consciousness, that there is a purpose. It's like you're saying, "Oh my God, is there a God?" Yeah, probably so, and maybe not the way that we were uh, traditionally taught. Some of us, not everyone, but those who grew up in a traditional religion. And so, how do we discover that? Whether that's true or not? Do we take somebody else's word for it? No, basically, it has to be part of our own. I mean, I suppose you can't take somebody else's word for it, but ultimately, someone once said, "God has no grandchildren." In other words, the recognition of the consciousness of the universe is something that has to be ultimately has to be experienced and understood personally. And it's really good to read all the literature and study the psychology and listen to all the wise ones, because when it starts happening to you, you'll understand what's going on, and that you're not losing your mind, but this is a traditional path that we're on. And meditation is a preparation where we still all of our stuff that so often fills up pure awareness, and we get to the pure awareness and emptiness and spaciousness that everything and everyone arises in every moment, moment to moment, and we identify with that. And when we identify with that, when we have these moments of being, then the journey of becoming, of evolution, of moving in time and moving through the universe actually uh, becomes different. It's exactly the same and it's totally different at the same time. When we tap into that greater intelligence that we find in ourselves and we begin to find in all things, and out of the seeming chaos of existence, we find that there is deep purpose and meaning. And then ultimately, while it still remains a mystery, we're part of it. We taste it, we experience it, and that informs how we live our lives and what we're here to do. And from that place, I think we get to the ultimate uh, meaning of what religion was supposed to be about in the first place, and spirituality, and what that looks like now, given the times that we live in the 21st century. And it is, if there is a way out of our current human dilemmas, and they're almost all, as far as I can see, created by ourselves. Okay, it's like they used to say in Pogo, the old cartoon when I was a kid. It's probably way predates you, but there was a famous thing where I think Pogo, the main character, looks in the mirror and goes, says, "We have found the enemy, and it is us." Okay, so we're the only ones that are getting in our way. So therefore, to wake up and become what we truly can be at this moment is probably the only thing that we can do to, or it's the essential thing that we need to do in order to make sure that this particular adventure we're involved in on planet Earth is there for all the sentient beings that come after us, our children, and their children's, and all beings' children. So, in waking up, it's not a narcissistic, or maybe it is narcissistic in that you go through narcissism into a larger identity. You just work through all this stuff. So that's what we're doing. And it was good to hang out. Thank you. And yeah, it's good to practice alone every day. That's part of the work, but also to bring it together where we can begin to put our hearts and minds and identify with the pure awareness that we all are and emerge from moment to moment is a way to find the way that we're supposed to walk and to live. So thank you. And we'll be back next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. All right. Okay.